us all killed.
I'm not afraid to die.
Hitler knows that we can see through him.
The truth will prevail.
Hello. Nice
we doing?
background.
Oh, thank you very much. Hi, Def. Hi, Ferdinand. Jeff in Las Vegas. Thanks for joining me.
Do you like
Oh,
our
yeah.
background?
We got the same ones here.
Yes, sir.
Well, congratulations on a powerful film, and I appreciate your time today. And Ferdinand, tell us about teenagers and up and coming in a Nazi regime. Tell us about this true story of truth and resistance.
Well, it starts off as boyishness, as youthful teenagers,
Coming
kids,
of age,
friends,
or, yeah.
exactly, growing up in Nazi Germany, and that lightheartedness at the start, it 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 makes the dark stuff, even more powerful because you realize how young they are, you realize how innocent they are, and how fast everything just like gets so dark. And yeah, it's I think especially for our characters, it is about bringing that friendship and loyalty, and that's what it drives them, and it's that almost sense of like thrill seeking at the start, and that sense of invincibility, and not really knowing the consequences of
Yeah.
what they're about to.
The naivety of being that young, and
Yeah.
kind of, I think sometimes with like with how efficient Helmut is in what he does, there's moments where you forget how young he is, and that
Yeah.
actually, when you're young, you do make mistakes. You do think you're invincible, and
Yeah.
actually, in the end, like his naivety there were consequences.
Yeah.
And for both your characters, where do their loyalties lie? Did they change within the movie?
Absolutely. So, obviously, we've got different stages,
Yeah.
different journeys. Mine is, more reluctant at the start. I'm a bit older, and I'm a bit of a rogue, a bit of, a fighter and stuff. So I kind of look to Helmut as being a younger brother. But as the story progresses, I'm very reluctant at the start when he invites us into this resistance group, so to speak, and I'm petrified, I'm terrified of the consequences, and I mask it with bravado. But as the story progresses, I trust him, and I realize he's actually more of an older brother. He's wise beyond his years. So from Carl's perspective, he's this he's this very wise young man, but he's also very flawed and doesn't truly realize what impact this can and will have on his friends and his family and everyone involved. And he kind of he's driven by um, what his heart is saying, and by his faith, and doing the right thing. And I think both our characters feel that, and
Yeah. And what you were saying about kind of the way Carl sees Helmut as this kid who's wise beyond his years is true to how they saw him in real life too.
yeah.
I mean, you in they made this production company made a documentary about this story I mean, over 20 years ago, called Truth and Conviction, and
Yeah.
and it shows Carl and Rudy, and even in their old years they still look at Helmut with such awe. Um, yeah, and I think what's different with Rudy's kind of arc throughout the film is that Rudy, and this is true to Rudy in real life as well, his unwavering loyalty to Helmut, and how
Mm.
it never budged, no matter how kind of complicated it got, or kind of how deep it got. He never wavered.
Yeah.
And you
Very
both,
honorable, and
I said, do you both feel a responsibility portraying, a movie based on a real life and real characters, And I understand there was some at the premiere, some of the family members.
yes, 100%. There were,
Absolutely.
I
There
think,
was a lot. There was about
200
200
descendants there.
descendants
Yeah,
there. I was saying I wish I'd met them before shooting.
yeah, would have
Um,
helped a lot. But
yeah, but I think no matter how big and important and real the story is, as an actor, you have to almost simplify it when you get on set and you do these scenes, because if you think about too many things at the same time and all this information, me personally, I get overwhelmed. So I did the work
Do the
before
research,
and the research, and then just allowed myself to be more free when filming,
yeah.
to bring that humanity out. Like we're
You
not,
kind of
because
suck it all up
yeah,
like a sponge and then kind of let it go.
because like
Um,
the themes and the message and the history, that's you can break it down and analyze it, and it's so important. But as actors, you have to find that true human simple form of portraying that in the moment. And just like you were saying before, just being a vessel in the story and realizing you're just a part in this puzzle, and everyone's working together to create
and
this
I
story.
and I think Ferdy does that. Ferdy the boy does it wonderfully. I'll give him one compliment and then I'll never compliment him again. But but I think he does it wonderfully. And there was a moment in the premiere where
Werner
Werner,
Sommerfeld.
yeah, someone who was actually friends with the boys
Yeah, and he's still
at
alive
the time.
today.
He's still alive today. So he came to the premiere, um, and he's in a wheelchair, and he's very elderly now, but
He's 95, I think.
95, yeah. And
Wow.
he sees
Incredible.
Ferdy and he goes, "That's Carl." And what's
Yeah.
amazing is Ferdy is half German and speaks German,
Yeah.
and seeing them both interact and chat in German was amazing.
Wow.
So
Yeah.
Now, it's
What a-
for actors, was it important for you when you shot on location, when you're around, the costumes and everything, that you're transported back into the 1940s? And so was it easy to get into character?
Absolutely. Everyone did an incredible job. There was not a bad egg
no,
anywhere,
yeah.
like everyone, like
The set design was incredible. I mean,
the
the
location,
streets,
we were filming in prisons
the
where
old
there was
buildings,
like tens of
yeah.
thousands of prisoners being executed in the 1940s.
Mm,
Like we felt that energy when it was like the darker scenes,
yeah.
and Matt and the team like really thought this through and gave us this safe space to be able to tell the story more authentically. And I think that does translate. I think that does.
Yeah. One of the wildest things to me was actually seeing, when you look back at World War II now, you see kind of old film pictures, it's black and white. And so actually being on set and seeing everyone in their costumes, all the old cars and the old buildings, the cobble rows and everything, it was like being transported back, like you said. And actually what that said to me was that, people haven't changed that much, really. It's like there wasn't a color palette on on there from my eyes. It was just, and I think that's telling of the film as well. It's an underdog story, and that story is timeless. It can be told at any time. And it's Matt, the director, said that when he wrote this 20 years ago, he said, "Oh, this is the perfect time to release this because it's like it's happening now. It's happening now." And he says that 20 years later, it's the same situation. Even though the circumstances have changed, it's still a time where is a relevant story. And I don't know if it will ever not be relevant. Yeah.
I mean, they're right when they say history repeats itself. I mean, you see patterns.
Absolutely.
It happens. You think you
Yeah.
turn a corner on stuff like this, and you gotta keep alert because people can change and people can be manipulated, and it can happen all
Yes.
the time. And this movie is more relevant than ever. This story is more relevant than ever. So, gentlemen, you did an incredible job, and congratulations, and I appreciate your time. So good luck with
Oh,
the
thanks
film.
very much. Thank
Thank you
you.
very much, Jeffrey. Thank
Bye.
you.